Hello dear students, I hope you guys are fine. I'm doing well. Welcome to business training. This is Miss Sora. Okay, so if you want to learn the best of free business training, you are on the right spot. So, and don't forget to subscribe, and also we can say here is our Facebook group. You can advertise your free, we can say social media or business here. So let's get started. So guys, today we are going to talk one of the most important videos, which is going to be about interviews, like how to pass the job interview successfully. So, and you know that above 70% people, they lose their job because they do not know the tips and tricks of the interviews. They have knowledge, but they do not know that how to pass the interviews. Today we are going to discuss one of the most techniques for the interviews. And before that guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, press the bell icon, and also share these videos with friends. Okay, so ready? Let's get started. So guys, the topic is about what? About interviews. So now we can say that what is interview? What is interview? Simple. Interview, it is a meeting. It is a conversation between people. So now this guys, he's the manager and he's the employee. They are talking with each other. So it is called what? It is called an interviews. It is a meeting. It is a conversation. So nothing bad. Interview is a meeting, a conversation. So then we are going to discuss about what? The next one is about what? Let me erase the board. So now we have two things, interviewer or interviewee. Interviewer, the manager, the boss, someone who is asking the question, someone who is taking your interviews. So now this is the company guy. He's the manager, he's the boss, he's taking the interviews. So he is called interviewer. He is called interviewer. Now this guy, he's coming for a job. He wants job. He wants to apply for the job. He is called interviewee. Interview means the employee, someone who needs the job, someone who is going to answer the question. So clear guys, we studied about the interview, interviewer, and interview. So clear? Now let's move to the next, that what we are going to have. So now guys, now you understand about the interview, interviewee, or interviewer. So now what is the next one guys? Before you're going for interviews, what should we do? Number one, so what are the techniques that makes you, we can say, ready for interviews? Number one, write important note and learn that one. Suppose write in a piece of paper about yourself. My name is Sohrab. My education is computer science. My strength is this one. So write all the stuff and try to learn. Try to practice. Because definitely the first question is, they may ask you, tell me about yourself. Because you're going to tell them very flow. Suppose my name is Sohrab. My education is computer science. I was graduated in 2017. My strengths are this one. So it means you should learn all this. You should already written and you have to learn. So clear guys, write the important notes and you should learn it. Good. So now let's move to the second point. What is the second point is important that you should know. So guys, the second point is very important before the interviews, that practice the interviews question and answer. Practice the interviews question and answers. So there are some list of interviews question and answer. Before you're going for interviews, you should work on them, because definitely they are going to ask. For example, tell me about yourself. So already you should prepare the answer for this. When they ask you, you're going to tell. For example, why should we hire you? Definitely they are going to ask. What do you know about this company? What do you know about this company? Who is the most smartest person you know personally? So now guys, these are the interviews questions. So you should be full ready for this. You should already make answer for this. If they are going to ask, how you're going to reply them, how you're going to answer the question. Okay, these are the standard question and answer for interviews. You should already, suppose before any interviews, you should learn. Okay, so now we are going to go for the next step. So the next step is, guys, very important. That's before interviews, make your CV proper, a proper CV, some passport photos, and put them in the file. Put them in a file that is not going to be damaged or scrap. Okay, so now suppose this is your CV, and make also some passport photos and put inside of the file. That it should be very nice, very beautiful, and like it shouldn't be scrambled like this. Clear? So proper CV, at least 2-3 copies, some photos, passport photos, and put it in the file and be ready. Clear? Good. So now let's move to the next part. So the next part is, guys, what you're going to do. Do some research about that company that you go for interviews. So now tomorrow, suppose you're going to have some interviews in Microsoft company. So now do some research about that one, about the company. Okay, the company name is Microsoft. How many branches it has? What is the goal of the company? Who is the owner? So at least do some Google search, take some basic information about the company, because definitely they're going to ask, okay, what do you know about this company? Okay, the company is Microsoft. It is located in US. It has, for example, 200 branches over the world. The owner is this one, and the main goals they are producing, we can say, hardware and software technologies. Mostly they are dealing with computers. Okay, at least you should have some information about the company which you're going for interviews. So clear? Do some research about the company which you're going for interviews. Good. Now let's move to the next step. What is the next step? So the next step is, guys, what we are going to study. It's very important. So the next is what? It's about the dressing. It is about the dressing, that how we should dress. So guys, dress properly. For example, you should have a good haircut. You should have a good smell. Your dressing should be good. Your shoes, your body movement. So now you can see that he is full ready for interviews. So now, guys, be careful that you should not dress some fancy stuff. So this is the right one. Suppose you should not dress like this, because it's not like a fashion show or some style like this. So try to, for example, do not like show off your tattoo. Okay, try to do not wear any jewelry like earrings, something like this. Try to like over makeup like this. So try to do not wear any fancy dress like this. So try to be in a formal and very nice. Do not be like this. Do not be like this. So simple, guys. You should have haircut. You should have a good smell. Your dressing, your shoes, your body movement, everything should be good before going to interviews. Good. So now let's move to the next step. So the next is, guys, suppose arrive at least 20 minutes before the interviews. Suppose your interviews is 10 a.m. 10 a.m. At least you should be there 9:40. At least you should be there 9:40. So now 20 minutes you arrived on the place of interviews. So go to the washroom. Okay, check yourself if everything is good. Try to do not like smelling and sweating. Have some water. See yourself that your hair is good, your clothes is good, your shoes is good, everything is good. So before interviews, go to the restroom, go to the washroom, check yourself if everything is correct. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so fine. Now what is the next point? What is the next point? The next point is, guys, now you are ready for interviews. You are ready for interviews. So now you're going to enter to the room for interviews. Enter with a good smile. Enter with a good smile. Then you have to say, okay, excuse me, sir, may I come in? May I come, sir, or may I come, madam? Okay, then handshake is optional. If they want, you can have handshake. If they do not want, we can say one. It's okay, just say hello, ma'am, may I come in? Then you have to sit on your chair for interviews. So simple, guys. Anytime when you are coming for interviews, try to have a good smile on your face, because it creates positivity. It creates positivity. And you have to take like permission. Yes, ma'am, can I come? Can I come, sir? Okay, yeah, may I come, sir? Okay, fine. Then you have to say like it's optional. If they offer their hand for handshake, you can have handshake, else no handshake. Okay, so fine. Now let's move to the next step. Let's move to the next step. So guys, because it is a very lengthy videos about interviews, we divided into first part. So guys, the first part of interview is finished, and the next one is we are going to upload it for the next, which you can watch for the later. Okay, so next part will come soon. Next part of interviews. So, and one more thing, guys, and don't forget, guys, that you're going to what? Like the videos, subscribe, press the bell icon, and share with your friends on the Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. And it's important that you have to write your comments, and we love to answer it. Okay, so thank you guys so much, and today we studied about how to pass the interviews job successfully. Okay, we will see you for the next video, inshallah.